You're listening to the Blue 82 podcast, hosted by Craig and Nicholas. Please like and subscribe so we know that you like what we're doing. And now, let's talk football. Blue 82!
Welcome back, everyone, to the Blue 82 podcast. I'm here with my co-host, Nicholas, as always. And this will be episode 17, week 13 recap. We had an exciting week of football this week. We had some playoff teams going against each other. Some good games. I don't know if we really had many upsets, but definitely some good games overall. We'll break it down, get into it. Just want to say thanks for all the support and the love. Let's keep it going. We love this shit. That's all I got, Nick. What you got?
Appreciate everyone for watching, and whatever, 17 episodes in now, almost up to 20.
We are committed at this point, brother.
It's just fun. I like doing it. I like talking football. You like talking football, and I'm just glad that there's people watching it. So at least it's not going on deaf ears.
Yeah.
But I appreciate anyone that's watching, or anyone that follows, or just anyone that clicks on it and sends it out to a friend or anything like that. Like, it's much appreciated.
Yes, sir. We love it. So we had some things happen. I feel like there was a lot of injuries this week, Nick. Seemed like every time I turned around, we had a running back going down or a running back out for a few drives or whatever and coming back. Like, I don't know. Couple big injuries are Jimmy G broke his foot. He's out for the season. That happened on like the second play of the drive. Another one we had was running back Kenneth Walker. I think they're calling it like a strain on his foot. Pete Carroll tried to say he jammed his foot. I didn't even know that was possible. I'm hearing it's week to week. We'll see what happens. I think it might be one of those things to where it's not necessarily too bad of an injury, but it might just be pain tolerance. I don't know. Hopefully he comes back because I need him for fantasy. Plus, I just like watching the dude play. He's dynamic. It looks like Matt Stafford, he's been out the past few weeks.
He's done for the year.
He's pretty much done for the year, yeah. I don't even think they're going to bring him back. They're not contending for anything. So, another big one is Lamar. He got injured with a knee injury, a knee strain, a knee tear, one of them. They're saying he's out like days to weeks, whatever that means. I think he'll probably end up missing a week or two if I were to guess. Don't know for sure yet. What else we got? A piece of news that might not matter a whole lot for teams or situations, but Baker Mayfield did get released. They're saying that the 49ers could potentially look at getting him, but their backup that came in, Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, came in and did pretty decently, so I don't know if it's even worth signing Baker at that point, but he did get released, so I think he is a free agent now.
I don't know, have you ever talked about Kyle Pitts?
The Kyle Pitts injury?
Being done for the year.
We might have mentioned it, but...
Yeah, he's done for the year.
What kind of injury was it?
It
was a knee, wasn't it?
Yeah, knee.
Yeah, okay.
He's out for the year now.
He's out for the year, yeah. Oh, Tua was dealing with an ankle injury he got late in the game. I think they're saying he's going to play. Something.
He said he wouldn't went back in the game, so
yeah.
I don't think it's anything.
Yeah, just something to keep an eye on. Something me and Nick talked about. Dolphins are signing former number 1 overall pick Eric Fisher. And then they play starting tackle Austin Jackson on injured reserve. So hopefully Eric Fisher comes in and works out and kind of not takes the spot, but fills the hole.
Just
that
holds
they
it down
need.
until Armstead's back. Joe Mixon. He's doing like concussion. He was out for the game.
He was out his second week for concussion. They were saying like building up to it. It was one of those ones where Friday he hadn't cleared concussion protocol.
It was
So
basically he was gonna have to do it before the game.
gonna have to do it
basically,
before the
Jonathan.
game, yeah, and then he didn't, so he's out. He
Hopefully
was
he's
out
back next
again.
week.
Dude, I have so many shares of Joe Mixon in my fantasy leagues. Like, I got that dude all over the place.
Denver Broncos, Cortland Sutton. It says Coach Nathaniel Hackett said he's day to day with a hamstring.
Okay. A lot of hamstrings injuries this year.
Oh, in other news, Aaron Rodgers owns the Packers.
Oh, we already knew that. Let's see.
Oh, Trevor Lawrence. That's another one.
Yeah, a lot of quarterbacks, man. Yeah, he had like a he had a it was a pretty brutal play, Nick. I don't know if you saw it, but
Yeah,
his leg did not look good. Ended up
like his
coming
leg
back.
and like his foot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like got like caught.
Yeah,
Like his ankle.
He ended up coming back. I don't know if that was just adrenaline. Maybe they gave him a fucking cortisone shot and he came back in the game. I haven't heard much on him yet.
It says here that Doug Peterson said he'll go undergo an MRI on his foot Monday.
Okay, so I'm sure we'll probably hear something tomorrow about it. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, that's another one of those situations, kind of like, I mean, you want him to play just because he's kind of developing. The more reps he can get, it would be a better situation for him next year. But they're not contending for anything, so
yeah,
it might be something to look out for.
Don't want to rush it back.
Yeah.
What's his name? Where did I just lose him? Kadarius Toney, the guy that they just traded for, the wide receiver for the Chiefs.
Is he out
Giants
again?
First round pick. He was out with I think it was a hamstring.
Yeah, that dude's been. It's funny. He got traded.
He's Devontae Parker.
Yeah,
dude.
he got traded and then made it seem like he wasn't even injured, but he's irrelevant, so nobody knew that he
like
was
what,
healthy.
2 weeks or 1 week, and then
Played a fucking week and a half and fucking is already out with a hamstring injury again. Like, dude's fucking whatever. He seems like an overall bust. Let's see. A couple pieces of news that don't really have much to do with NFL at this moment, but I will just go ahead and say it. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the OSU wide receiver who hasn't played much this year, is declaring for the draft, and he's not playing in the college football playoffs because I think he's been dealing with a lot of injuries. So I don't even. I think he said doctors weren't even going to clear him anyways, but he is declaring for the draft. Another one, quarterback Anthony Richardson is declaring for the draft as well. So they're saying he could be a potential first round pick. I think the last bit of like college football news that there is to talk about was the 4 Heisman finalists are Stetson Bennett, quarterback for Georgia Bulldogs, Max Duggan, quarterback for TCU, CJ Stroud, quarterback for OSU, Caleb Williams, quarterback for USC. Those are your 4 Heisman finalists. I don't know when they come out and announce those. I'm sure it's probably a week or two. So we'll see what happens with that. And then also the 4 teams that are in the college football playoffs were Georgia, the 1 seed, 2 seed Michigan, 3 seed TCU, 4 seed Ohio State. So that'll be exciting to watch in the coming days, weeks. Other than that, I think that's all the news I got, Nick.
For tonight's game, we got the Buccaneers at the Saints.
Good call.
And for injury wise, it looks like Antonio Winfield Jr., the safety, is out. Sean Murphy Button, the cornerback, is also out. Mike Edwards, another safety, is out. Brashad Perryman is out, the wide receiver. Cameron Brate, tight end, he's also out. Tristan Wirfs, the right tackle, is out, and then the backup quarterback, Kyle Trask, looks like he will also be out. Cameron Brate is the non-serious one out of all of them. He's just sick, it sounds like.
I think also for the Saints, the Marshawn Lattimore was out.
Yeah, I'm just going up to go look at their ones.
Yeah.
This is all in alphabetical order. Okay, so here we go. So for the Saints, their inactives: Marshawn Lattimore, he's out. Adaman, Pete Werner, linebacker, ankle, he's out. P.J. Williams, cornerback, he's out. Peyton Turner, defensive end, he's out. Lewis Kidd, guard, out. Jawan Johnson, tight end's out. JT Gray, safety's out.
Jesus.
And that's it. for the game.
Got a lot of dudes out. All right, let's see. So, that being said, I think that's going to wrap up our news and injury report for week, I guess, for this week.
Oh, another one. Traylon Burks, questionable.
Oh,
With a
that dude
concussion. Is feeling better. But they have to wait to see how it progresses through concussion protocol before determining for his status.
No, 100%. He took a fucking pop, but he still hung on to the touchdown
I don't know how he
ball.
hung onto that ball.
I don't know
That
either.
was an insane catch.
Very
Yeah,
interested to
that's
see
wrapping
if
up
he
for me.
clears, but he's been coming on strong too, Nick. So that's kind of
I know, it
a
feels
loss
bad,
for the
but-
Titans. It sucks. Because I love watching them rookie wide receivers do well. So with that being said, that's gonna wrap up our Week 13 injury predictions, or not predictions. My brain's broken, dude. Injury report and news. Sorry. So now we can go ahead and get on, and I don't know if we talked about Week 12. What was Week 12 Monday night game? Steelers and Colts. I think we might have done the.
We were talking about
We
it
were
during
talking
the
about
game.
it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, during the game because we were doing the podcast live.
Yeah. We'll just mention it real quick. Steelers won this game 24-17. They were 3-7. That put them at 4-7. So they're making strides to. We've talked about it a few times, Nick. Mike Tomlin might not go fucking.
Might not
have a losing season. Yeah, I mean he's getting there. We'll see. Kenny Pickett's doing decently better, but I still.
It's the start of the Jonathan Taylor comeback. 86 yards, a touchdown. He's bringing it back. He had 12 yards receiving, 3 catches on 4 targets. So hopefully, I don't know why, but it seems like now with the new coach.
Yeah, he's got those.
What's his name? Jeff Saturday. They're starting to
I think
actually
he's got that
hand the
O
ball.
line. He's got that O line working.
But as for Monday night's recap, real quick.
Yeah. Week 13 recap. We had Thursday night game was Bills at the Patriots. I mean, dominating win for the Bills. Snooze fest.
Mac Jones looked like ass. Could not do anything.
It's
looked
funny.
Scared.
We kind of not hyped him up, but we talked about him, gave him some love last week for
And
the
then he
good
just
game he
shits the
played,
bed
and then
this
he
game,
shits
yep.
the bed. I mean, typical Mac Jones at this point.
I'm not sure what to talk about this game. It was just
Yeah.
dominating performance.
Next, we
on
had
Bills.
Sunday 12 o'clock games. We're starting off with Steelers at the Falcons. This was kind of a little competitive game between two mediocre teams, I guess you could say. Again, Steelers won this one. That's back-to-back wins, I think, for them. So they're getting there. I mean, Falcons at some point in the year we thought we're going to be competitive enough and maybe get a division with how this division's shaping out, but I just don't think it's possible. At this
Tell you what,
point,
that boy
5-8.
Drake London, 12 targets, 6 catches, 95 yards. He's had some few games here and there. He had a really long stretch there where he wasn't doing anything,
Oh,
and
he
then
was
now
so bad, Nick.
it seems like now, like the last 2 weeks, I think it was, maybe
Yeah.
the last 3 weeks, something like that. He's been kind of coming on a little bit.
I mean, you'd like to see him haul in more targets or more catches if he's getting 12 targets, but that could be
Still
quarterback
98.5.
play. You know what I mean?
95. Yeah, I mean, I'm not watching this game every snap, so like I don't know how many
No,
of these
yeah.
targets are legitimate targets. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Is he throwing in the direction at him, but he has no chance even catching it type of
yeah,
thing?
exactly.
But I did
Um,
remember seeing him on red zone a few times, and he looked not too bad.
Yeah, he had some plays for sure. Definitely good to see him more involved. I think the thing with the Falcons for me, man, like whenever
They're just
Pitts
not-
is back and London's on the field, you need to get them both involved. Like it just seems like they're not getting them involved at all. Like here and there they will, but they just seem to be
I think it just
consistently
comes down to their
involved.
talent. I don't know about Marcus Mariota being a guy. I think we've been playing a lot of Madden franchise. I think what the Madden franchise tag is a bridge quarterback.
Yeah.
Like I don't really know. But
Yeah,
again,
I
at the
don't-
same time, it's like their division's so bad that it's like they still have a chance.
They do, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Next, we had the Broncos and the Ravens. This game was tough because Lamar went down, but Tyler Huntley. He came in and did pretty well. I mean, he's done well previous years when Lamar goes down or gets injured or is out for a game or whatever. Like he's done well. He's not a bad backup quarterback by any means. Broncos defense is kind of tough too. Ravens went down at the end and scored a touchdown.
It
to
was
take
the
lead.
defensive game, man.
Oh, absolutely.
I remember seeing a little bit of this, and it was like a couple sacks. There's a, I don't know, was there a pick in this game?
Yeah, there was.
But yeah, I saw the Lamar go down. I thought it was gonna be an easy win for the Broncos.
At that point, yeah.
But fucking hell, man.
I will say there's a couple things that should excite you for the Ravens, in a sense of the past few weeks they've been in these like defensive struggles, and their defense has been playing very well, which is a sign you want to see for like a quote unquote playoff contender, right? I think the only thing that, like, if Lamar comes back next week or coming weeks, and they can still hang on to this playoff spot, I think that what they need to do, in my opinion, get better at running the ball. Their running backs are starting to get healthier, so that helps. Start getting back into running the ball more with the running backs. Defense is playing well enough to where you may not have to score a whole lot of points. They have the capability to if they need to. I think they've just been dealing with a lot of injuries, so that's why they haven't looked like the Ravens that you want to see. You know what I mean? But I think there's signs that are pointing in the right direction in the coming weeks for the Ravens. Broncos fucking suck.
I'll tell you what, I saw the thing. He now has to throw an average of, I forget what it was for TDs, because he now needs like 7, I think it was.
Oh, wow.
For the, what is it, the toilet bathroom thing?
Yeah, the toilet bathroom thing. He needs 7? Last I checked, I thought it was 8 at 8 and 12 bathrooms. 8 touchdowns, 12 bathrooms.
Or is he on 7 touchdowns on the year? Is that what it is?
I think so. I think he's on 7 or 8, yeah.
I mean, that's what it was. He was at 7. I think he didn't score another touchdown, right?
I think
that's what it was.
I
saw the
one
update. It was like
touchdown
no
per game to be able to match it.
It was like no touchdowns this week, so the toilet's Priya Cyber leap or something like that.
That's
and I'm like, there's no fucking way, man.
Yeah. It was a decent defensive game. Next we got the Packers at the Bears. The Packers
should have been a Bears dub.
Yeah, the Bears were kind of in the driver's seat for a bit, and then
another touchdown by Justin Fields, dude.
Oh, another
just
50-yard plus
running.
running. Yeah, just massive. The dude's different.
But at the same time, another interception
picks.
where he fucking had the chance to go down. Well, I don't know if it was the chance to take a lead or build on the lead. I can't remember what it was. But again, it's like another costly pick. Like,
yeah. He had 2 picks in that game, so they definitely had a chance to win this game.
I can't remember if it was to win the game, like to try and take the lead, or if it was to build on the lead. But he threw a pick that was like a crucial moment.
I think it was at the end of the game, and I think they were losing. It was probably 21-19, and I think he threw a pick on that drive to try to come back to win, and then threw the pick. Yeah, no, he's definitely needs to make better decisions in those crucial moments. He's definitely got the athletic ability. We've talked about that many of times.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but when it it seems like the recipe to beat Fields is just hold on and survive his running ability, and then
make him have to throw
when
it
it comes,
in.
yeah, like at the end of the game when he has to throw it, he just throws him, he just shoots himself in the foot type of thing.
Yep. Let's see. The Packers, Rodgers still dealing with those multiple injuries that he has.
Just fucking bench him, dude.
Can we talk about Christian Watson real quick? Dude, for the first 8 weeks of the season, was injured to all fucking get out. Didn't do shit. And then now has 8 or 9 touchdowns through 4 weeks.
Yep.
Dude had 2 more touchdowns this week.
He has a rushing touchdown and a receiving one.
Yeah, what is this guy doing? Where did he come from? What pisses me off even more, I know we mentioned fantasy here and there. I'm pretty sure I had him on 5 out of my 10 fantasy teams and dropped him because he was so dog shit and I needed to pick up other players.
I dropped him at the start.
Yeah. And it's dude, come on, man. What is that?
Remember, I had Lazard and I had Watson. And you're like, oh, I got Dobbs. He's going to be the guy.
Yeah. We did talk about that, yeah. He was for a bit, but Watson's definitely the guy now. Next, we got the Jags at the Lions. I was hyping this game up, hoping for a good game.
I don't even want to talk about this game, dude. The Lions just shit all over. Yeah. I don't even know if the Lions punted. I have to look. I'm pretty sure. I saw their possession. It was field goal, touchdown. All did whatever they fucking wanted to.
I do want to mention
Jared Goff threw 340 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, dude had a fucking day. Amon-Ra St. Brown is a fucking dog. Plus, they're getting Jamison Williams back. He played. I think he was on a limited snap count. I think he only had one target. But, I mean, the healthier he gets, the more he gets in tune with this offense. Him and Amon-Ra St. Brown together could be so nice, man.
Yeah, no punt return for the Jaguars. So, yeah, the demon punt. They scored on every possession.
I want to mention, I won't talk about this game much. I do just want to mention one thing when it comes to the Jaguars. Travis Etienne fumbled the ball at, like, the start of the game.
Oh, I'll tell you one thing real quick.
What?
Jamal Williams, that guy's like 10 touchdowns.
No, dude, he has like 14, my guy. Travis Etienne, I think the Jaguars had the ball first. Travis Etienne had like a 17-yard rush at the beginning of the game and then fumbled the ball in that rush. Like, there's been a couple times where Travis Etienne has fumbled the ball and it just kills the momentum of the fucking Jaguars and it hurts them. Like, the dude just needs to hang on to the ball more for sure. It didn't lose him the game, I'll say that, but like, you just got to hang on to the ball. Turnovers, turnovers are definitely going to kill you. The Lions put a fucking beating on the Jaguars. Next, we got the Browns at the Texans. This was an exciting game for some people. Or not really exciting game, but like a big game to talk about just because the revenge game. Watson, first game back. Watson didn't do very good, to be honest. But I didn't expect him to do good. I thought that he had the potential to do good against the Texans, kind of a build a confidence game. But he came out kind of how I expected. Some low throws. It also didn't help that he threw one interception. There was also a fumble on a pretty big play that a wide receiver fumbled the ball, or a tight end. So that didn't help. But this game was just dominated by the Browns defense. They had 3 touchdowns on defense and special teams. They had a interception return for a touchdown, a fumble recovery for a touchdown, and a fucking punt return for a touchdown. Like, they just fucking dominated the Texans. I think me and Nick talked about this, and we think that Watson might come out, and by the end of the year, last game of the season, we start to see some old Watson. But again, like we've talked about before, I don't think we see much out of him till the next season, if we do it all. You know what I mean? Yeah, Texans 1-10, pretty much solidifying the first round pick at this point. You got anything on that game, Nick?
I mean, yeah, like you literally said it all. Like, he's not gonna come out and probably be a Pro Bowl player or anything like special. Like,
yeah.
He's pretty much what I expected. Like, coming out, he's probably gonna not be in the best shape. He's probably not gonna be at physical peak. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Watching, like playing sports, like it's so hard. Like, just because you play the sport every day or you've been playing it since like you're 5, like you're playing against top 1%ers, not playing against just like little kids or people like average Joe type people. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, he throws a football probably 1,000 times a day, but like, or however many times he throws a day. You know what I mean? But it's like playing against like actual professional players.
Game,
like everything changes completely. Yeah. Like
his biggest downfall, Nick. Because I normally just watch Red Zone, but this game being Watson's first game back, I actually wanted to like watch some of this game, so I had it like pulled up on my phone, and like every time the Browns had the ball, I was like specifically watching that to see like what's going on, how's he looking. So like the biggest thing, like watching him, like he seemed like he controlled the offense pretty well. He seemed like he was mobile enough, like he was physical, he looked healthy enough. You know what I mean? All of that aspect, right? Mm-hmm. I think the biggest thing for him, there was a lot of low throws, and I mean a lot. I don't know if that's jitters, nervousness, anxiety. I don't know if it's not knowing the timing of the routes. I don't know if it's because he doesn't have it anymore. You know what I mean? But I did see a lot of low throws. So I think he's definitely got to clean that up. Again, probably hasn't played much with the wide receivers and the linemen and all that, so getting used to all that. I mean, there's a lot that goes into this. He's on a new team. He hasn't played in 2 years. He's rusty as fuck. There's new people he hasn't played with. He's got to gel with. You know what I mean? Like, not only that, there's still a whole lot surrounding these accusations that are probably in his head at some point. You know what I mean? So there's just so much that goes on. Like, I don't expect anything from him at this point.
Yep.
Moving
Texans
on.
suck.
Yeah, Texans suck. Dameon Pierce finally got back on the board, had a decent game, but other than that, the Texans fucking suck. Next we got the Jets at the Vikings. Vikings pretty much were up like 2-3 scores in this game for a while. Again, kind of in the driver's seat. Jets came back, made it interesting, and had a chance to drive to win the game at the end. But Braxton Berrios dropped the ball in the end zone on 4th down, I believe it was. That gave the Vikings the ball back to pretty much ice the game. I think the Jets had one more possession after that, but there was like no time at all left. So, Vikings pretty much dominated this game. Jefferson had a touchdown, but only had like 4 catches for 35 yards. So, I mean, I guess you could say he technically got shut down.
There was a little bit of a Twitter debate there.
Was there? What were they saying?
It was between what was that guy's name? The DJ Reed, is that his name? The corner?
Yeah, the corner.
He said something on Twitter like basically saying like don't talk that talk type of whatever shit.
Right.
And like Jefferson just came back and said, "Brother, call me when like you don't have cover over the top, like a safety over the top, and like your coach trusts you to go 1-on-1, something like that." I'm gonna see if I can find it. Hold on, but it was funny as fuck.
See, that's the thing too. Like, I feel like some people look at these battles between like good wide receivers and corners, and they say they got shut down. But unless you're like physically watching every play, I mean, multiple things could happen.
I mean, most of the time he's double covered.
Yeah, most of the time he's got a safety over the top, shaded inside, and a guy on a man.
Okay, yeah. So here it was. Someone tweeted out a video of DJ Reed talking about Justin Jefferson. I'm not watching the video. I didn't watch the video, but it says here in the quotes, this is DJ Reed. I was in his shit all game. He got that one route on me. Talking about probably the TD, right?
Yeah.
Jefferson said, "In what shit? You can't talk having safety help. Call me when your coach trusts you to go 1v1."
That's funny.
And then DJ Reed responded and said, "You are the best wide receiver on your team. Yes, my safety was skating most of the day. You were held in check though, but great win today."
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the stats and you say, yeah, technically he was held in check, like 100%, right?
The guy's getting double teamed now. I hope you hold them in check.
Yeah, and I don't watch the game. I mean, I assume it's Jefferson, so he probably has safety help over the top to cover him. So, yeah, I mean, he got held in check, but he's got 2 people on him the whole game, yeah. And I know there's people out there that are going to say, well, Calvin Johnson had 3 people on him, and he still fucking puts up 100 yards. Yeah, you're right, sure, but...
Calvin Johnson's also 6'6" and a completely different animal.
Yeah, he's just a different build too. Like, I feel like Jefferson's more like, yeah, Jefferson can get physical, but he's more of like a finesse receiver in my opinion. Like, finds the soft spots, runs good routes, things like that.
100%.
But I mean, Jets look decent. They definitely look better with Mike White. I'll say that. They had a slow beginning, but I still think Vikings are definitely the better team.
I think the Jets' defense was nice, and the Jets have some nice playmakers, but
yeah,
the quarterback situation is just in shambles right now. I think Mike White's probably a backup, maybe a potential hold him on to a year, maybe 2 years, but he's not gonna get you.
He's not gonna put you over the top.
Yeah, he's not gonna make you win these games by himself. Like, he can have some nice games here and there, sure, but I'm just saying I don't think he's
You don't think he's the guy? Yeah.
I don't think so. I think he's like a Nick Foles type quarterback, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Like, people buying the hype and then come down the stretch when they're playing these really good teams. He fucking throws like 3 picks or some shit, and everyone's like, "Well, what the fuck, Mike?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I feel you.
But
I think he's got a little bit of talent.
Jets definitely they're going to be a scariest team in the future.
Oh, for sure. I think he's got a little bit of talent. I don't think he's the guy at all either. But again, kind of like the Ryan Fitzpatrick, Taylor Heineke, maybe they rally around a few games, and like you said, yeah, he might have a bad game, and then people are fucking all over the place pissed off, but definitely exciting future for the Jets to come. Next, we got the Commanders of the Giants. A tie in the NFL? That's boring. I mean, I guess it's good. They don't got no loss in the column now from that, but this was a pretty good game, back and forth, good little battle. I would have liked to see...
won this game.
Giants should have won this game, for sure. I think they had a chance at, a 58, 60-yard field goal and missed. Like, it just...
just big pain all around. Um,
I didn't see a whole lot of this game, so I don't know for sure.
I was watching a little bit. They had some plays here and there, but it's like I don't know.
Just kind of
Giants just the play calling to me because Janine and I were on call watching this. Like on call like all Sunday basically,
Yeah.
whatever. Like just I had Red Zone pulled up and I had the Giants pulled up in the background. I wasn't really like focused on it, but every time I looked up, it just seemed like some weird like shit was happening. Like, you know how like delayed handoffs are, right?
yeah.
So they would do a delayed handoff to Saquon Barkley. He got like 10 yards, right? Boom, they
Yeah.
come back. Another delayed handoff, stuffed for like -4. And I'm like, why are we like what are we doing?
Yeah.
You're just gonna spam the same play like it's Madden? Like, you know what I mean?
No, I feel you.
And then like they kept calling these delayed handoffs and like losing yards. And I'm like, well, it worked one time. Chill out, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you're a professional fucking offensive coordinator. It's like you're just calling the same plays essentially. It's like,
That definitely ain't gonna
I
work.
don't know. Especially delayed handoffs. It's like, you know what I
hate
mean? Like
those to
you're
begin
delaying it. Like,
Yeah. I feel like the only time those work are in like a clear like passing down, like you're 3rd and 13 and they
Yeah,
think that
like,
you're gonna pass
you
it.
think you're gonna pass it and then
Yeah.
you don't, or like it literally has to work by the line, like the defensive lineman, like just not paying
Yeah.
attention, basically, like not seeing it type of thing, or missing the
100%.
tackle. Like, other than that, like they hardly fucking work. I feel like.
No, I agree. Moving on, we got the
Eagles
Titans.
just pistol whipped them.
The Titans at the Eagles. I mean, I
Just
got into
just
the
got beat
yeah,
down.
I got into the party chat with Nick, and first thing I said was the Eagles are legit, right? And I say that because there's a lot of people out there that are saying the Eagles are a product of their schedule, and I'll give you that for sure. But I feel like the times that they played these good teams, they beat them. You know what I mean? And in my eyes, personally, I think the
They
Titans
beat
are a
them the
really
fuck
good team.
down.
You know what I mean? And they shut down fucking Derrick Henry when that was their biggest weakness, was stopping the run. And then they come out and just absolutely fucking ball on offense. Jalen Hurts had his probably best game of the year, 380 yards passing. I think it was 3 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. Another thing that like I was talking to with my dad was, this is the thing that I think where Jalen Hurts can really hurt you, because one week he runs for 150 yards, Nick. The next week he throws for
just passes
380.
all over you.
Yeah. So it's like the dude's doing both things. So you can't sit here and say he's a running quarterback anymore. You know what I mean? AJ Brown had a fucking dominating game against his old team. It was just a great game overall by the Eagles. Like, it was fun to watch. They were just killing it. Titans definitely were hurting. I wonder if, like, because I have Red Zone on too, and I see like a lot of the plays, but not all of them. I wonder if their team was just hurting because they were missing Treylon Burks. Like, I wonder if they game planned around him or something, and him being out of the game, because he went out pretty early, right? I wonder if that kind of hurt him in the end.
I think so.
Definitely didn't help Derrick Henry getting shut down, because we all know the Titans' offense is built around him. I think he had 50 yards or something. But I think just an overall good game for the Eagles. It was definitely exciting to watch.
One of those games where you got smacked.
Yeah,
I mean, it happens.
Yep. Sitting at 11-1. Still sucks they lost against the Commanders, but it is what it is. Next, we got the Seahawks and the Rams. I was excited to watch this game because I felt like Kenneth Walker was going to run all over the Rams defense. And, like, first play of the game, Kenneth Walker had a 30-yard run. So I was like, oh, shit, it's about to happen. You know what I mean? Like, getting excited. And then some shit happened on the sideline, Nick, between Kenneth Walker and Geno Smith, where they were, like, arguing with each other. And then the next drive, Kenneth Walker came out, ran the ball, I think, one time for a 6-yard gain, and then ran it again with no gain, and that was the play he got hurt on. The Rams made this game interesting. Seahawks kind of went down at the end to drive to take the lead. Had a good drive. Geno's playing well, dude. The dude's balling. I know we've talked about it. I don't have much to say on the Rams because they're in shambles.
Geno's kind of a part of the weird quarterback trajectory where he's went from nobody, or he went from being a pick, whatever I guess you could say, getting a chance to kind of shitting the bed and losing that chance, and then being a career backup, and then now stepping into the shoes of what was Russell Wilson, shadow, I guess, and then coming in and being his own player again. Like, it's kind of a weird career, but it's like, excuse me, but it's it's nice to see Geno turn it around. But
I will ask you this, Nick.
I don't even know who the quarterback was for the Rams that game.
It was Wolford, something Wolford.
Oh, Joe? Is that
yeah,
is that his name?
John Wolford, I think.
Yeah, John.
Yeah,
sorry.
that was quarterback for the Rams. Let me ask you this, Nick, on the Seahawks, right? Because I think they have a couple first-round picks next year, right? With their pick and then the Russell Wilson trade. Yeah. Let's say Seahawks go, I don't know, 10-7, 11-6.
Yeah.
In the draft next year, and make the playoffs, right? They make the playoffs. In the draft next year, are you taking a quarterback or are you sticking with Geno?
I think you probably got to give. I mean, they have another pick next year too, don't they? The other Broncos
yeah,
pick. So
probably the third.
I would probably, if I was a GM, I'd probably give Geno another chance.
Yeah.
I feel like people buy into hype a little bit too much when it comes to sports. Like I had one good year, pay me money now.
Right.
Because again, Geno's gonna want to get paid, right? I'm pretty sure he's probably only on a 1-year deal. I would assume. So you're gonna have to pay Geno money. Now, do you commit a 4-year deal right off the bat, 3-year deal? You know what I mean?
Right.
Or does the GM say, like, I'll pay you like a 2-year deal type of thing, like relatively expensive but not too expensive, and then like you see what happens and then go from there? Because like to me that would make the most sense. You know what I mean?
Plus, not only that, I mean, then
like you're giving like you're paying him money still, and then like you're not completely chalking your quarterback situation, and then if he works out, great. If not, then
that would put you taking potentially taking a quarterback in a draft 2 years from now, which would be the draft with Caleb Williams.
Yeah, like I think you got to give him another chance to run it back.
No, I like that.
See if he's the guy or not. But
I think so too.
Again, I'm not there. I'm not a GM. I'm not the coach. I'm not there in the locker rooms, the practices.
Sure.
So maybe they already sold him. Maybe not. I don't know. But from what I've seen, he looks pretty fucking good.
No, he's balling for sure.
I think last week, wasn't it? Maybe I think it was last week, 2 weeks ago. He had a bad game, but other than that,
yeah, he's been. I want to say he threw for 300 yards this game, and a few TDs.
I'll look. He threw 267 yards, 3 TDs, 1 interception. So he was balling.
Did have a good game. So definitely something to keep an eye on, like in the off season, see what they want to do with that. I'm kind of on the boat with Nick. I feel like they would probably keep him, let him ride a year or two more, see what happens. But I mean, if they're playing like this, fuck, you'd almost be excited for your future. Moving on, we got.
Well, to be fair too, I also think that just real quick, like their situation is not bad either. Like Kenneth Walker.
No, it's not.
You got Tyler Lockett, and then
got
DK
some nice
Metcalf,
corners.
And then they drafted Charles Cross to be their left tackle. So it's like you got some players there. So it's like I'm not sure what their biggest need would be or whatever, but.
We thought they were going to turn into like a full rebuild, and they just really haven't.
Oh, yeah.
They kind of did like a quick little.
Well, not like a full rebuild, but
yeah,
a rebuild for sure. But
they've had a quick turnover.
Yeah, well, Geno. I mean, it comes down to Geno playing better than what anyone ever would have expected.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Because if Geno sucks, then yeah, they're probably a losing team with a top 2 lottery picks type of thing, right?
100%.
But yeah, moving on.
Moving on, we got the Dolphins at the 49ers. An upsetting game. I know the score says 17-33. It was closer than that. I think they threw a pick 6 at the end with the backup quarterback that made the game look more inflated than it was. I know Nick will have a lot to say about this game. I'll touch on something real quick. This was just and I think Nick will probably mention this too. I think this game comes down to like the Dolphins had a few chances to win, didn't necessarily capitalize, whether it was not securing a catch, getting fucked by refs, quarterback play. Like, I think it's just a few things put together, you know what I mean? Definitely could have played better as a team, though, I'll say that.
I mean, excuse me. I don't have much to say. Like, I already know that there's gonna be the people coming out of the woodworks. Like, Tua's trash. I told you Tua's trash. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you know how it is.
it is what it is at this point. I've been accepted that shit. I already knew it was gonna happen. For me personally, like, I agree with what Tua said in this press conference. Like, it's his fault. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, no one else to blame but the quarterback. When you had guys open, like Waddle was open, Hill was open on some plays, and he's overthrowing them, underthrowing them. Like, that's like, what more can you do? You know what I mean? Like, plays are. It wasn't like when you were texting me, because at first you asked me during the game, like, oh, it's probably like, I feel like it's like the defense, right? And I'm like, well, yeah, like, the defense is good, but to be honest, it's like a lot of the time, like, he had time in the pocket to make a throw. It was over the head of someone or under, like, on the ground, like, skipping. And I'm like, yeah, their defense is good, but to me, it's like, we could have easily put up fucking points on that team. Like, and again, it took Tua, like, almost a whole half to seem like he finally settled in. Because when we came out in the second half, it's like we started playing better, but a lot of penalties, like, killed defensive drives, like third down, boom, like a flag came out of nowhere for holding or something. We had the turnover on fourth down, which completely fucked our potential game, not game-winning drive, I would say, but like a chance to take the lead.
Yeah.
Because we were driving all the way down the field. It was fourth down. They threw it to Jaceki. They ruled the catch, overturned it afterwards, and it's like, man, like, it just sucks because after that our defense folded again, and that was that.
Yeah, it's crazy too because this game started out so crazy, Nick. Like, how excited were you when the game started and they started with a 75-yard touchdown pass, and you're like, oh fuck, we about to put it on them. You know what I mean? And then
I was fucking ready to go, and then bam, it's just like that, it just died.
Yeah,
but I mean, it is what it is. Like,
yeah. Everybody's got bad games every now and again, dude. Like, I mean, I talked about the Eagles earlier. Like, they lost to the fucking Commanders. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna have bad games. It happens. It's the NFL. Not everybody's perfect. Like you said, there's gonna be people coming out the woodwork saying Tua's fucking trash. I think Tua's fine. Tua's been playing great. You know what I mean? You had a bad game. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
the problem is when those. Yeah, no, for sure. The problem is when those bad games start to string together over a 3, 4, 5 week span. Then you need to start thinking about it and being like, okay, maybe we were wrong. Whatever. You know what I mean? Like, but they're completely fine. They'll be fine. This was a tough team to begin with. Had a bad game.
If anything, I'm more disappointed in the defense. Like, what is he, a 7th round? He's Mr. Irrelevant, right? So the last pick in the draft, 7th round pick.
It should have been killing it.
And our defense didn't really do much, honestly. Yeah. Had a few decent plays, but I don't know.
No, I feel you.
I feel like a rookie quarterback like that, you got to get some more sacks and a pick or fumble or something. Like.
Yeah. Got to force him to make some mistakes for sure. Moving on, we got the Chiefs at the Bengals. What did I tell you, Nick? I said Joey B. I said that too. Another thing I told Nick when I hopped in the party after the Sunday games, I said, Nick, the Bengals are back. They got Jamar Chase back. The past few weeks, they've looked like last year's Bengals. They're fucking back. Another thing I said last week on the episode was Joey B. owns the fucking Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes can't beat the fucking Bengals. I don't know what it is, but every time they played the last three times this year or whatever, they've been great games, and the Bengals pulled out another one. I mean, this was a good game.
Also, too, we never talked about this, but I guess it works out because it's my team, but, like, we've been flexed now into 2 primetime games.
Oh, yeah. The one next week, right? Week 14?
Yeah, I don't know if we ever talked about that, but week 14, we play the Chargers now. For Sunday night.
Yep.
So that's that game. Should be a good one. Herbert versus Tua. And then the following week is now being flexed, it sounds like, against the Bills.
Is that
We're now playing on Saturday, week 15.
Does that just come out or something?
Yeah, that was today.
Oh,
Now we're playing on Saturday night. So we play Sunday night, then we play Saturday night.
Is that?
And then after that, we then play on Christmas against the Packers. So enjoy the Dolphins, cause
Wait, why are there games on Saturday night next week?
I don't know. It's Sunday, Saturday, and then is Christmas on Sunday then?
No, because that's the week after that.
What?
Let me see. Week 15 is the 18th. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we play on the 17th.
On the 17th, y'all play. There's 3 games on the 17th on Saturday.
Yeah.
Which is weird because it's a week before Christmas. Normally they do that on the week of Christmas.
Yeah, we have 3 primetime games coming up now, so enjoy watching them. It was just something I remembered. What?
On Christmas Eve, there's fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games. And then there's 3 games. Yeah, and then there's 3 games on Christmas, and then 1 game the day after Christmas.
Yeah, it should be good because also like too the around Christmas time, and around Boxing Day I would say is when there's like some of those bowl games on.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So
that
should be fun. A lot of sports to watch.
Yeah, I'm excited for
But
it.
yeah, what's the next game?
Next game
kind of got off topic here.
Yeah. Did you have anything to say about the Chiefs or Bengals?
Not really. I didn't really get to watch it.
It was a good game. I'd go back and watch the highlights if I were you, but it was a pretty good game. Like I said, I love watching the Bengals play, and I love watching anybody beat Kansas City. Like, I got nothing against Kansas City. You know how it is. Top team, you like to see them get beat. You don't like to see people dominate all the time. But I will say, too, like, this Chiefs-Bengals thing is starting to become a rivalry, Nick, because they beat them last week 17? Smoked them. Had that big comeback. Beat them in the playoffs last year to send them home to go to the Super Bowl. And then now they beat them again. Like, that. They're definitely, it's becoming a thing for sure. Could be a potential rematch in the playoffs again.
Most likely a rematch.
Yeah. Next we got the Chargers at the Raiders. The Raiders are stringing together some wins, Nick. 4 in a row.
Dog shit.
They're getting there.
Dog
shit. Hey. No, for sure. Dude, did the Chargers even make the playoffs at this point? Like, at this point, if I were them, I wouldn't even want it to be in the playoffs. They fucking suck.
As it looks right now for the playoffs, it is 5th seed is the Bengals at 8-4, Dolphins 8-4. Jets are the 7th seed at 7-5. So it'd be Patriots above them at 6-6, and then the Chargers, the Raiders, and then the Browns, and then the Steelers.
Yeah, so I don't know.
They got some work to do if they want to make it, but I'm really hyped for next Sunday. There's been a lot of debate on social media about I'm sure you've seen it, the Herbert's a social media quarterback, whatever. That Emmanuel Aku, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Lots of debates about Tua versus Herbert and Tua versus Burrow and Burrow versus Herbert and all of the above. So I'm excited to see when 2 quarterback classes, like two quarterbacks in the same draft class go against each other.
100%. That's why I always
I'm ready to see it.
I always loved when Watson back in the day would go against Mahomes. Like, it was just so fun because they got drafted at Mahomes at 10 and Watson at 12. You know what I mean? So it was just cool to watch. So I definitely feel you on that.
So I'm ready for that game next Sunday. It should be a good one. Hope it's a good one.
Yeah.
Hopefully everyone stays healthy.
Moving on, we got the Colts at the Cowboys. Colts, I mean...
Didn't even watch this game, but because we were playing Madden together, but we both had it on the background. Man, Colts just got so body slammed.
It was 21-19 going into the fourth quarter.
Body slammed.
It was a close game. And then just body slammed. Yeah, like, it was just nuts, man. Cowboys just dominated the fourth quarter and just put a fucking...
It was like the legit Madden 23 setting where like you see the momentum just shift.
Yeah.
Just pick them up and body slammed.
Body slammed. It was
Like,
crazy.
absolutely. It's like WWE got suplex through the table and you were just done. Just fucking done. Like, it was picks, sacks, everything. Like,
no, 100%.
Cowboys defense was feasting. I don't even know how many points they put up. I think it was like 20, 16.
I think they had 2 defensive touchdowns or some shit. Like,
I'm pulling up right now. I got Cowboys defense, I think. Yeah, 19.
That's crazy.
Just fucking body slammed them.
I mean, Browns defense put up more with 31, but it is what it is.
Well, that's also special teams. You fucking...
No, I know. I'm fucking with you. But no, I mean, the Cowboys defense went absolutely fucking berserk. I don't know. I'm not a Cowboys fan. Everybody knows that. I think they have a good team. But can they show up when it matters? You know what I mean? Seems like every time they make it to the playoffs, they don't show up.
They're like the Texans. Don't show up.
100%. So, Monday night game going on right now. We got Saints at the Bucks. The Bucks are up 3-0 currently at the moment. Should be a decent game. I'll probably watch a bit of it.
End of the first quarter here.
Yeah.
Saints got the ball. They were driving a little bit. I was watching it.
Yeah, so that's going to wrap up week 13 recap. We can go ahead and get into week 14 predictions.
Yes, sir. Thursday night. We got the Raiders at the Rams. I'm going to take the Raiders. They're on the hot streak, man. Raiders.
That's who you're taking too?
Yeah, fucking Rams are dog shit.
Yeah,
man.
they're done. Could you imagine winning the Super Bowl and then ending up like 3-14 or 4-13? Like, that's nuts.
The way I'm thinking of the Rams right now is like it's so hard to like buy in for that team.
Yeah.
Like at this point, what are we playing for? You know what I mean?
No, 100%.
Sean McVay, are you staying? Are you leaving? Like, you know what I mean? There's been so many rumors of him retiring, like taking that job with Amazon before the season started. And it's like now, like you already won the Super Bowl. Now it's like you got absolutely pooped on this season. Like,
yeah, they
like, is he gonna stay? Is he gonna leave? Like, that worries me as a player. You know what I mean?
They genuinely, Nick, sold their soul for one Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, I respect it.
Yeah, no, I do too.
Respect it. Like that's
100%.
That's really the goal. That's the goal of what you do. You play to win the championship, and they did that. And now they're stuck. They're probably going to be really... Maybe we should do a Rams rebuild.
Maybe.
Know how hard that's going to be?
That cap's going to be fucked. No draft picks. Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's going to be tough.
Might be something to look into. Alright, so I'm taking the Raiders. You're taking the Raiders?
Yep. Jets, Bills. Let's go.
Jets, Bills. Dude, this is tough for me because the Bills have been ugly recently, like, in my opinion. They haven't been playing good football.
I'm going upset. I'm going Jets. I think the D-line feasts.
Didn't the Jets already beat the Bills, or was it they almost beat them? They did beat them.
I think they did. I think they're 0-2 in the division, the Bills.
Yeah. No, they're 1-2 now. They beat the Pats.
Yeah, right. You're right. I forgot they played the Pats this Thursday. Yep. Yeah, so they haven't beat the Jets, and they haven't beat the Dolphins.
Yeah. My gut's telling me Jets too, dude. Like, I don't like the way the Bills are playing. I'm going Jets. Yeah.
Even against the Patriots, they didn't look great.
No, 100%.
Browns, Bengals. Bengals all aboard.
I'm tough because Watson's back, but Watson ain't Watson right now. Definitely going Bengals.
Yep.
They're just playing too dynamic right now. Next we got the Texans and the Cowboys, which I love watching this fucking game as a Texans fan. Except not this year, son. Not this year at all, dude. Like, fuck, that sucks. We literally play the Cowboys like once every 4 years or some shit. And the last time we played, it was fucking an amazing game. Texans ended up winning.
Craig.
But I'm going Cowboys.
Oh, there he is.
God damn it, man. That's tough. Next we got Vikings and Lions. I'm taking the fucking Vikings. Go Skull.
Yes, sir. Let's go purple.
Eagles, Giants. Taking the Eagles.
Janine, look away. I'm going Eagles.
Uh-oh. That's funny as shit. Next, we got the Ravens at the Steelers, and if I were to guess, it's the Ravens without Lamar Jackson.
I'm going Steelers. TJ Watt.
I really think the Steelers D just fucking demolishes Tyler Huntley, but I'm going to take the Ravens. Fuck it.
Alright.
Next, we got Jags at the Titans.
Titans.
Taking the Titans, yeah. Next, we got Chiefs at the Broncos. Chiefs.
What's the next game?
You taking the Chiefs too, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're never
Roll into
taking
these.
a Bronco
No,
team ever
never
again.
Next, we got Panthers at the Seahawks. Give me the Seahawks.
Again, next game. I don't even know who's the
Yeah.
quarterback now.
I know.
Like,
Buccaneers at 49ers. Give me the 49ers. Well,
really?
wait a minute.
Whoa,
No.
whoa.
I forgot
Is it
Jimmy
like a
G's
chess
out.
piece? Once it's played, it's done? You said 49ers.
No, okay. Yeah, give me the fucking 49ers because you don't need a quarterback
Alright.
in that fucking offense. I'm sorry. You just don't. Like,
I'm going Buccaneers.
I hear you. I'm going 49ers.
I think Mr. Irrelevant's magic runs out.
I don't know. They're saying he's got the it factor, Nick. Maybe he's that fucking guy, and they found a gym. Trey Lance is gone. Jimmy G's gone. It's Brock Purdy time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I mean, his team's talented, but
No, I hear you.
I feel like he gets to his reality check next week.
Yeah, I think you're
Welcome
right.
to the NFL. You know what I
I
mean?
totally forgot when I said 49ers at first. I forgot that it's fucking Brock Purdy.
He said it
but
with
I'm
it. He
sticking
said it
with
with your chest.
I did
He said
too.
it with the chest.
Next we got Dolphins at the Chargers.
Dolphins.
Excuse
Let's
me.
go.
Give me the Dolphins.
Justin Herbert game-losing pick 6. Calling it.
Really? That sounds like something he would do.
It's just something he's basically already done.
Yeah, right. Next we have the Patriots at the Cardinals.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it right now, and
Yeah.
we've only been going for we've been going for an hour. Like
Yeah.
we've been flying through this this podcast episode here. I will say this about Russell Wilson, about Kyler Murray. What the fuck was that when he threw the Cliff Kingsbury under the bus?
Dude, I don't know, man. Like, you don't want to
he-
see a
He
quarterback
threw
do
him
shit
under
like
the bus.
that. Like, it's tough for me, right? Because first off, we don't know what goes on in the building. We don't know what goes on behind the scenes. Are they struggling because of Kyler Murray? Are they struggling because of Cliff Kingsbury? Are they struggling for other reasons? We don't really know. Like, we can see the game and see Murray make some mistakes and say, yeah, it's fucking Kyler Murray. We could also look at the game and question some of the play calls that happen and go, it's Cliff Kingsbury. But with that being said, no matter what, you cannot throw your fucking coach under the bus like that, because that just makes you look immature. It makes it look like it's your fault now and you're trying to place the blame on somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, I just think it's uncalled for overall, no matter the situation.
Well put.
What?
I agree. I said well put. I said
Yeah.
I agree. I just thought it was stupid. Like the whole what was he say? Something about the scheme. Like we're outmatched schematically. Something,
Yeah,
something
he
like
said
that, something.
schematically like that. Yeah, no, for sure. He said
He said
something
something
like that.
something along those lines. I don't remember the exact wording, but I know it was something like that. And it basically sounds like he just threw Cliff Kingsbury under the bus and said, "Fuck you, you're the reason why we suck."
Yeah, and I mean, he may be completely right? But
I mean, yeah, but it's like
you can't say that.
yeah,
it just makes you look
don't
bad.
say that.
It just makes you look
can't
so
say
bad.
that. You can't go out to the media and say say that. But with that said, are you taking Patriots? Are you taking Cardinals?
My thoughts on this real quick, Nick. I think Mac Jones cannot perform in prime time, right?
I'll tell you this right now.
Okay.
I think we're thinking alike right now. I think Mac Jones goes out there, shits the bed for 2 drives. Bill says, "Nope, I've seen enough."
Bailey Zappi?
time.
Really?
And he goes out and gets a dub.
Well, my logic is pretty much same. You think he's getting a dub?
I think he's getting a dub. I think Billy Zappi gives him that
Okay.
fucking it's magic fucking
So
You know what I mean? Like the Taylor
Heineke, yeah.
Taylor Heineke, yeah.
I hear you. I do like that scenario. It's not bad, right?
That's my prediction.
My prediction was Patriots. Mac Jones is like the Kirk Cousins primetime situation. Like Kirk Cousins, I don't think is that way anymore. I think he might have broken that curse. But against the Bears this year, they shit the bed and got smoked like 40 to something. Last week they lost to the fucking Bills. I think they come out and lose to the fucking Cardinals. I think the Cardinals win this game. I do like that scenario you said, though. Mac Jones shits the bed for 2 drives, and then Bailey Zappi comes in. Because Bill knows that...
I mean, you've seen enough of him out of the fucking...
I hear you.
The Bills game. Like, you should have been pulled the fucking guy. I think Bailey Zappi looks better.
I mean, I don't disagree with
you. If you want to talk about a quarterback that folds under pressure, it's fucking Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Whenever I see that guy play, like, holy shit. He just fucking folds.
No, I agree.
Wait, sorry, so you're going Cardinals, right?
I'm going Cardinals.
Alright.
Just real quick, we'll touch on this. I don't know if we've ever actually sat down and talked about this, Nick, just because we do have a little bit of time that we can talk about this.
What?
OBJ, right? So he had a meeting with, I think they came out and said he's had a meeting with the Bills now, the Giants, and I think he's meeting with the Cowboys. He met with them today, maybe.
I'll tell you this right now, I'm so over OBJ.
I hear you.
I know Janine loves OBJ, whatever, but dude, I don't give a fuck. This dude acts like he's like prime Jerry Rice. Like, fucking sign with a team already or don't and move on. Like, I'm so tired of it. Where's OBJ going? Like,
yeah. I will say a couple things.
I don't care.
I think he's dragging it out this long just to keep his name in the media, first off. Second off, he can't even play yet. Like, I think he's been cleared, but he's not ready to play yet. So I think that's another reason why he hasn't signed. But I am very annoyed. Like, just fucking sign somewhere already. Like you said, you're not prime Jerry Rice. Just move the fuck on and sign. Like, are you a good quarterback? I think the problem is, Nick, he wants to pick one of these quote-unquote playoff contending teams. But I don't know if any of them fucking want him. First off. So then he's resulted to having to pick between the Cowboys.
Bills.
The Bills
is
do,
one.
yeah. But
like, this has been going on since like the start of the season. Like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I agree. We never really like talked about it, so I wanted to hear your thoughts on it. You know what I mean?
I think if anything,
do you think he could genuinely help a team?
Probably, yeah. I think he's still got something left in the tank, but if you're expecting like a 1,400-yard receiver, probably not.
So the thing I've heard too,
I mean?
100%. And the thing I've heard too is he wants like a multi-year deal.
Like, he's like 30-something years old, and he has a torn ACL, Achilles, whatever it was.
He's had like back-to-back torn ACLs, bro. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, how much do you expect from him? Or how much can you expect from him?
Yeah,
I think if anything, I'd give him props if he goes back to the Giants.
That would be big for the Giants and the fan base.
I think if he went to the Cowboys, I feel like he's kind of like a sellout.
Yeah.
But
I would rather see him on the Giants or the Bills. Like, but if he goes to the Bills at that point, you're just chasing another ring, and like, how legitimate can that ring be in people's eyes? You know what I mean? If they're already 9-3 and they've already been quote unquote considered Super Bowl contenders, like, did you really even help them?
He'll be the Kevin Durant of the NFL, basically.
Yeah, I mean that's
the point he's gotten to.
But I mean, I do a little bit because I've heard shit, but I don't pay attention to basketball like that. But I have heard that doesn't he like bounce around to teams and just fucking win rings and moves on?
Yeah, he went from the team. They were up 3-1 against the Warriors. He left that team. He left that team after they beat him in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
They were up 3-1. He ended up losing to that team. He ended up going to that team after they were like the best team in the regular season. They ended up winning like 2 rings, I think.
Yeah.
Because they basically were like the best, like the greatest team almost all time type of thing.
Yeah, I mean,
but
I'm definitely.
I don't know. If he went to the Giants, I'd respect the fuck at him because Giants players or Giants fans didn't want to get rid of him, but it was a terrible situation, and I'm sure they'd love to have him back.
No, 100%. I will say,
but if he went to the Cowboys, I feel like that's kind of like feels kind of shitty.
Sellout move, yeah. No, I agree. I do think that we're going to have an end to the saga this week, hopefully, because the rumors I have been hearing is that we'll know where he signs this week. Which you would think, too, it's coming up to the end of the season. Like, if you want to even contribute to the team, like, and I think he's close to being healthy enough to playing, you would think that he would want to get involved, like, you know what I mean? But I don't know. Hopefully we hear something soon, because I'm fucking tired of it, too. With that being said, that's going to wrap up.
What about Coach Prime going to Colorado?
Oh, yeah. See, so this was, whenever I went to the bathroom earlier when we were doing the Madden thing, I stopped and talked to my parents because my dad was talking about this. He was talking about how because I don't know if you saw the video, but he was like talking to his Colorado players already. And he was talking about
said, get the fuck out, because I'm bringing my guys in.
And I don't know if I interpreted it that way. Like, I feel like
that's what people were saying.
No,
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it, but that's what people were saying.
So he pretty much came in and was like, you know, typical coach stuff, talks to him a bit, tries to hype him up, things like that. And he's like, yeah, and I got some of my guys coming in here. Like, in my opinion, I feel like he's talking about, like, some coaches and some staff and things like that. Because I've already heard rumors that, like, I think I saw Adam Schefter or somebody tweet, like, before he even got the job that they were already in talks about the coordinators come in and things like that. So I feel like that's what he's talking about. And with that being said, I feel like some players from Jackson State could end up coming to Colorado. Like, that's not out of the picture either. But I feel like the way people are kind of overreacting about he told him to get the fuck out and he's bringing his guys in, like, I just don't see it that way. It very well could be that way, but I don't know. I think it's a big signing for him. Like, he's moving up pretty quick. I really wouldn't be surprised, Nick, if he's coaching a bigger college school in 3, 4, 5 years if he does well in Colorado. You know what I mean?
How do you feel about people like upset that he left Jackson State? I feel like people like are so stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I think they forget that he's making money to do this, and you got to think about it too, right? Like, Prime's all about.
Like, someone said he was making like $300K at like Jackson State. He's probably making a couple fucking $1 million dollars now. Yeah. You're telling me right now that your fucking 9-to-5 job that you're working, if someone said, "Hey, I'll pay you more money," you're not gonna fucking quit that job in a heartbeat. You know what I mean?
No, 100%. And
and at the same time, like, people said, like, he won, like, I think they went undefeated. They said, or 11-1, whatever, and they won the championship. Like, he did everything he had to do there.
Yeah, and I think my like quick little thought on that is like, I think Prime's all about trying to build a legacy, right? Like, that's what he's always been about. He's had that persona. Like, he wants to be the best at everything he does. In my opinion, he went to Jackson State. He wanted to turn that program around, wanted to put on for, like, the HBCUs, the historical black universities. He wanted to show them some love and put on, and also they gave him a chance, you know what I mean? And I think he wanted to,
at the end of the day, it's like, if he's serious about coaching, like, it's all about, like, progressing to the next level.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's what he's trying to do. I feel like at some point he wants to coach one of these bigger schools and or maybe NFL, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's on his radar, but like, I think that you can't be mad at the dude for fucking getting a better opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, that's the same thing. I think
it's so dumb that people are like prosecuting for that. I'm like, don't act like you wouldn't leave your fucking job in a heartbeat for better pay. Or
it's the same thing when it comes to jobs, dude. Like, your boss has no right to get mad at you because you left somewhere to make $5 more an hour. You know what I mean? Like, or whatever the case is. You can't be mad at the guy.
It's so funny to me. Like, I saw people like getting all upset about that. I was like, there's no way you're getting mad about that.
I will say, though, like, my dad made a good point. Like, if he is talking about bringing his own players in, like, you can't come in there and put the fear of God into the fucking Colorado players. Like, they didn't do nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I know they had a bad season or whatever, but I don't know if that's the right way to start out the relationship with them. But we'll see what happens.
I agree with that.
But, I mean, it's exciting for him at the end of the day, getting a better opportunity. But I do think, like, in the coming years, 4 or 5 years maybe, he could coach one of these big Power 5 schools, one of these, like, Clemson's or Alabama. I'm just throwing names out there, but Alabama or, you know what I mean, LSU, somebody like that. But we'll see.
Go coach Miami. They suck.
Right. With that being said, I think that's going to wrap up episode 17. I don't got anything else, Nick. You got anything?
Nope. I'm ready for next week.
Yeah. No, I am too. This Sunday went by pretty quick. I'm a little upset, but the games were good, so Hopefully we get another week of that. We got fantasy
so.
football playoffs coming up for y'all fantasy players, so kind of exciting
wait.
time for that. I just want to
Gonna
say,
take the championship from Craig.
yeah, not a chance. My team is disgusting. I just wanted to say, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let us know we fucking suck at everything. Let us know we're the best at everything. I don't give a fuck. But we do appreciate y'all's support. Yeah, we're enjoying the shit out of this. These episodes are getting a little bit quicker, so you don't have to sit there for 2 hours listening to us talk and sound stupid. So that's good for y'all listening to this. But yeah, we appreciate y'all. Nick?
Shout out to the fans.
Shout out to the fans, the motherfucking fans. We love it. Yeah. Well, we appreciate y'all. Let's have a good week of football. Y'all take it easy. Peace.